Today we are starting on with civics. The first chapter in civics is rural local self-government. So let us study first the learning objectives. Okay, what are the learning objectives? First of all, we should know the meaning of the rural local self-government. Secondly, we should know the features and functions of the local government which works at the village level, block level and district levels. Apart from this, we should also appreciate the role played by the local bodies. Other than this, we should also give some responsibilities or start responsibilities to help the local bodies so that they can work in a better way. Because the local people, they know the problems of their locality more, because every day they are facing the problem. So they are the ones who understand the problems in a better way, so they are able to solve it in a better way with the help of the local people. Okay, now let us see how civics or the study of civics is helpful to us. First of all, it makes us aware, responsible and law-abiding citizens of our country. As we know that all the Indian citizens, they enjoy some of the fundamental rights. But at the same time, they are also expected to perform certain fundamental duties. Because the fundamental rights and the fundamental duties, they go hand in hand. Okay. Now, civics also helps us in other ways also. It helps us to understand the powers of and functions of our three organs of our government. The first organ is which one? Legislature. Legislature, it is the law making body. Okay. The second pillar is the executive. Executive is that organ which implements the laws. Okay. Or in other words, we can say that it makes the law run. Then the third is judiciary. The judiciary explains the constitution and it also safeguards it. Other than this, judiciary is also very important because it protects our fundamental rights. So it is also known as what? Guardian of our fundamental rights. If our fundamental rights, they are violated, it means that if anyone is not allowing us to enjoy our fundamental rights, we can always approach the judiciary. Now, studying civics is very important because it helps us to develop into responsible citizens. Now, as we know that in India we are having 649,481 villages. It means that more of the population of India lives in villages. About 70% of the Indian population lives in villages and only the rest 30% lives in the towns and cities. So, since most of the population in India lives in villages, so if we want to develop our country, so it is very important that we should develop our villages because more people, they are living in villages. As we know that before independence, much importance was not given to improve the economic condition of the people because India was ruled by the British. It was not an independent country. And neither they gave any importance to remove our backwardness. They were not interested in this. Villages also faced many other problems like poverty, ignorance, superstitions, illiteracy, lack of the facilities, etc. So these were all the things which made our villages backward. And so the Indian people, they were in a very low position. Okay. So now the next topic is steps taken for a better life. Now students, the next topic is steps taken for a better life. As we have already read that before independence, no steps was taken in order to improve the condition of the Indian villages or the people. But after the independence, the government is working very hard and seriously on improving the condition of the villages. Now let us see some of the steps which the government has taken in this aspect. First of all, it is abolishing the zamindari system. Now, abolishing means putting an end to the zamindari system. Zamindari system means it is a system of land holding and revenue collection by landlords. That is known as the zamindari system. Second step which is taken is preparing 5-year plan. Okay. Third is providing water for irrigation through various tube wells, canals and river valley projects. Fourth is better seeds, fertilizers and new implements for farming. As we know that the Indian farmers, like after independence also, they were adopting the same old methods of agriculture and which did not result in better production. So in order to improve the agriculture, better seeds, fertilizers and new implements were introduced. Apart from that, as we already know that before independence, the education in India or the educated people in India were very, very less. Most of the people, they were uneducated. So after independence, a lot of stress was given or emphasis was laid on the spread of education. Then apart from this, all like primary education is also made free and compulsory for the children all over the country from 6 to 14 years of age. Okay. Then in some of the villages which are having more of the population, open secondary and senior schools which are big. Now the efforts they have been made in order to open the secondary and the senior secondary schools. Okay. Apart from this, for the adults also, the night school have been opened. Primary health centers, they are also run by doctors in many villages. Apart from this, many community development programs also have been launched in order to remove the backwardness in the village people.